All right, it's a nice day. It's been hot, but it's getting to be evening. It's almost 7 o'clock. So it's getting shady in the backyard. And I wanted to show you a couple things. This right here, I don't know how well you can see it, but this is a stalk of corn, and it's been pulled down, and the just starting to form head's been chewed up. Now that, my friends, is raccoon damage. Last year they got my entire corn patch, so this year we're not going to play that game. Let me show you what we got. I went out today and purchased this live trap, and it's all baited up with a can of tuna and a few cookies. So we're going to see what happens. Maybe we'll get that raccoon tonight, and I can take him out to the country somewhere where he's not being hurt and turn him loose where he's not going to hurt anything. All right. So having said that, the other thing I'm doing today, and this is my luck, this is a normal deal. I'm working on my drip irrigation system. And if you've never looked at these, you should check them out. This is another thing that makes gardening so much easier. This 1/2-inch plastic line, I've got it running around all the beds. And it runs all the way up to my house, which is over 100 feet from the garden. And then I've got the little brown lines that go down the beds that are drip lines. Every so often, about that far, they've got a little emitter built into the line that just drips. I just turned it on, and it hasn't been used so far this year, which is amazing because it's extremely dry, and everything, as you can see, really, it's just now kind of starting to need a little bit of extra water. But the mulch has held the moisture real good from last month. So, you know, it's been doing pretty good despite no rain this month. So, but anyway, that whole system cost me for 4 16-foot beds and a 100-foot run of hose to get it to my house. And then you've got a little pressure reducer you have to screw onto the faucet that and you need to buy a little 4-way so that if you do need to use garden hose too, you can. But the whole thing, I spent like $100, and it'll last a long time. You know, it works good. When I turned it on, I could come out here and I could hear all over the garden air escaping, you know, through the little emitters. So you could tell, okay, I don't have any big leaks. It's working. You know, it's pretty good. So if you've never looked at those, you ought to. I bought all my parts online through Home Depot, and it didn't take, gee, an afternoon to set it up. And the drip line, I just laid it on top of the ground, and you know, the grass grew around it, and it kind of laid down, and you can't even tell it's there. It's been mowed over 100 times, and hasn't hurt it a bit. Just didn't hurt it a bit. It sat out this winter. I was concerned that things would freeze and split and break. Nope, didn't seem to happen. So apparently, with the drip emitters being all over the place, the water was able to evaporate and get out of it. So, okay, this is just how my life works sometimes, and it's no big deal. It's just an annoyance. I had a bunch of parts left from setting up my drip system. I had thought I had everything to run extra line to go to the strawberry beds, and to run extra little drip emitters to put into the carrot buckets and into my wife's big geranium she brought home for me to take care of. And thought I had everything, so I was going to Home Depot and I was going to buy this trap. and I get in there and I find everything that I thought I was going to get, that I thought I needed, paid for it, got home. It was hot, and I decided, well, you know, I'm going to wait until the evening to do this little job so I'm not just dying from sweat. Got my box out, started sorting through parts, was missing one little part, about $1's worth. So that little project is going to get done later on, probably the first of the week. But I had to laugh at myself, and I thought I'd tell you about it. It's just one of those silly things I do. And if we catch the raccoon tonight, I'll add to this video in the morning. So all right, you have a quality day. Oh, looky here what we've got. This is good. We're still going to be setting the trap for a couple of days, just in case, but we at least got one of them. All right, he's not looking like he's having really a quality day. All right, bye-bye.